I just need to know where there needs to be microphones on.
It's got to be out to work.
I don't know, because technically they just suspended it and didn't.
All hard to prove. We just suspended the meeting, so we'll probably just wait for it. We didn't get the.
Right, we didn't adjourn. So we're looking at, so wrapping, done with this?
I'm doing all right.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep it close for you.
Here.
Thank you.
Chair out. Here, Billy. Take the chair out and just sit here.
Yeah, we use it. You get these things for your back. Well, there it is. There it is.
Sorry.
Oh, my. Well, that's how you look at it, yeah. Oh, do we have a letter opener here? I do. It's in here. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I think she's got one in there. Make sure I have mine. Get mine.
Well, I got 3 different names I go by. I gotta make sure I'm putting the name that's below.
I got more than that, buddy.
John Michael, J. Michael,
Okay.
Michael, John. Now you make me forget how to spell Michael.
I didn't read it.
Okay, should we adjourn because we'll come back to the commissioner meeting after this is done.
Yes. This is a good thing to do.
Yeah, just one, you guys have a
I don't think it's going to take already 15 minutes.
How are you? No, you're fine. It hasn't.
That's not me. It's like, you know, yeah, people are. And then it makes it. So. Oh, yeah. All my stuff back.
Call the meeting to order. Are you ready, Jim? I call this meeting of the Drainage Board to order. Jen, what have we got going?
Well, the first thing is the John Poisel Salrin-Cox Tile issue that we kind of tabled. So I did reach back out to Pratco, and so for his particular tile, it would be for 6 foot. I was quoted 12, 14, 15, an extra $250 for shipping, and then whatever it would cost for installation, which, you know, I've had conversations with Earl, and, you know, before it was like roughly around $1,000, but right there, just with the structure and the shipping, you're looking at almost $1,500 for that, minus installation. Our fund balance is in the red, $1,546. So I did not reach out to many of his neighbors, you know, to see this. You know, I still stand, you know, my decision of, you know, I don't think that if this is something, you know, that he wants to do, you know, that he, you know, should pay for it, and it shouldn't be the responsibility of the county and the landowners in the watershed. Also, too, I know I had mentioned before that, you know, with sub-irrigating, it's very hard to achieve. You know, you got to have your lateral patterns and stuff, you know, and for what he has, his 40-acre tract, you're looking at maybe like a 10-foot swath that would benefit him. And I know he said, you know, that his neighbors would benefit, like their gardens and stuff. But, and also to another aspect, look at it as, if you were to allow him to put this back in at his expense, maybe he needs to break away from the main, run his own personal tile, put his own personal tile into this box, so it takes the main out completely. Because say if it were to fail in the future, then whether it be a different property owner or other family members that don't know anything about this box, I feel like that could open the county up for a potential lawsuit if they get flooded and they come back and like, well, this is your tile. You know, so I do think that, you know, that's another thing, you know, to think about. So I don't know, you know, if John has anything, you know, else to say, but that's my standpoint still on it.
No, the purpose of putting it in is to do what? It's not for drainage, correct?
Sub-irrigation.
Do we do that for anybody else county? We're talking about irrigating a property?
Yeah, we don't. I mean, ours is just open drainage, whether they're, you know, tiling or maintain tiles and stuff, but that's not even for sub-irrigation purposes, you know.
I'm just questioning if you make a decision to do this, to help somebody sub-irrigate, then doesn't everybody else have an opportunity to come and ask the county? So I think that
Do we have other?
opens up a can of worms, really.
Yeah. Do we have other people that break off and could do that with permission, as you suggested, or thought as a possibility?
Well, I feel like this particular case is something different because I do not know of any other tile that actually goes into a box for this purpose. So I would say no to your answer, you know, to your question. Like I said, this one's just kind of different. Why it was, you know, years ago, this is history that I'm not aware of why it's in there, who actually put it in there or whatnot. But at this time, that's what I feel, that if, you know, we as the county, the tile is maintained, not the box, stuff like that. So I feel like if, you know, maybe that's something too, that if he is going to put this in, he needs to break away from the main, put his own private tile in. And then I don't know, like have permission then to tie in, so yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay.
Well, you got any comment, John?
Well, I recently had surgery. I didn't even know if I was going to be here today. My head stopped up enough I could only hear about half of what was said. Comment was made at the last meeting for me to approach some of the neighbors to help pay for the installation of that. Well, their comments back to me, some of it's not the kind of vocabulary words that I would use, because they feel that over the course of time, back even when we rooted that tile out the first time, which is in excess of 6, 7 years ago, they knew there was an issue there then. That's what the other property owner said. Why wasn't this maintained better with the amount of money that's went out? I've owned that property for 50 years. So you imagine how much ditch assessment money I put into it, plus the neighbors. Their opinion is this structure was there and it was working, it's done what it's supposed to do. Well, I started holding water back in the spring. There, it was controlling it well, but then that structure came out when Earl came in there and did this work for me. I actually talked to Earl just a little bit this morning. No, people's opinion is, this should have been handled a lot different, a lot sooner than what it was. Or I wouldn't be sitting here today with this issue.
Okay, well, we need a motion on what we're going to do. This.
What do you?
I think I'm going to make a motion to deny the request for the county to take care of it. It's a private matter.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, all in favor of the motion? Is there any more discussion about
If they come to us and want to pay the full amount, to go off what Jenny said, would we allow that in the future possibly?
For them to go ahead and tie off or break off.
Tie off, break off from it?
I mean, I feel like that should be the proper way.
Okay.
it? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Next, Frain Tile update.
Yes, so Jake, if you'd like to come up, I know we had a visit last
week.
Friday, whatever day that was.
Good morning. As Jenny said, we met last week to go over the 90% design plans. We did a site visit as well as a page turn. There's a couple outstanding items we'd like to address, as well as get some additional televising of one of the existing lines out there.